Hey, welcome. Outlaw Teacher here, Cooper. Just bringing up the update like I promised I would about that big, beautiful bill that they're professing is the end all beat all to everything. It's not, period. End of story, no equivocations. So, for today, it's not going to be quite as, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Improvisational. I have a script because I want to go through every detail of what the big, beautiful bill says it does, what it actually does, who it benefits, and who it screws. Spoiler alert, it's me and you that get screwed. Not even a kiss either. So, without any further ado, I'm going to start my little prompter here. So, bear with me because I want to do this right. So, I'm going to be reading sometimes and not looking at the camera, but I want you to understand what this means for you and me. So, here we go. All right, America, gather round. I want to tell you a hilarious story. Okay? It's about this gorgeous piece of majestic, once in a lifetime legislation, and they call it the Big Beautiful Bill. That's right. Big, beautiful bill. Hell, it's got the alliteration of a porno star. Only this one doesn't screw people with consenting adults, it screws you. Dry, with a cactus, while smiling and waving our fucking flag. Now, part one, who actually gets laid? Hint, it's not you. So let's start with the punchline. Why does the big beautiful bill actually benefit? Or excuse me, who does the big beautiful bill actually benefit? I'm still not going to edit this because I want you to know that I'm not taking anything or holding any secrets for you. All right, only the top 1% are going to get this. The big oil execs, they're going to get kicks off of this. Hedge fund managers, don't ask me what that is, about stocks or something. And them guys wear loafers that cost more than my monthly mortgage. Okay, your multinational companies that ship the jobs offshore so your cousin doesn't work in that factory anymore. And they shipped it all to Vietnam or China, all these places they say they want America to build before. Meanwhile, they tell you, this is for the hardworking American. You'll see bigger checks. Yeah, about $12 a week on average. That's just enough to treat yourself to maybe a couple gallons of gas. Meanwhile, that oil CEO just bought him another yacht the size of a frickin' school district. Getting the picture? All right, part two. I'm calling the dark humor of how to sell us out. But wait, the best part is they sell it with like a filthy turd. They slap a bow on it. They call it tax relief. It's like someone took a steaming shit in your mailbox, stuck a rose in it, and said, "Hey, happy Easter. Do you smell the fresh flowers?" They'll roll out these shiny graphs showing GDP growth, job creation, and a magical future prosperity. Translation, CEOs get to buy a third vacation home. You maybe get to keep your air conditioning running through August without selling plasma. Isn't that sweet? Now, we're moving on to part three. What actually does the rest of us get through this stuff? Well, let's see what happens to us. It cuts to SNAP and Medicaid, hurting those people who really need these things. The bill slashes it by millions, tightens up food stamp eligibility, so a poor single mom who's working 60 fucking hours a week has to decide, am I going to pay for my rent or am I going to pay for my kids' food? That's some big, beautiful compassion, right? Jesus would be so thrilled. Or he'd flip the fucking Senate over and start beating him with a belt like he did millions of years ago. It wasn't millions of years ago. And millions are set to lose coverage. And the CBO says, that's the Central Budgeting Office, says up to 12 million Americans will lose insurance within a decade. So the next time you feel chest pains, you better hope it's indigestion. Because under this fucking plan, your ER visit's going to probably bankrupt your family for the next 20 goddamn years. And now the climate, they call it the climate gag. They cut green incentives. They roll them back so hard your grandkids will wonder why they're wearing oxygen masks to recess. Meanwhile, Exxon's popping champagne because there's nothing says big and beautiful like a Category 6 hurricane pounding your beach house every fucking fall. Now, here's Act 4. They're going to talk about jobs, and frickin' more jobs. All right, it's a comedy routine. Jobs. You'll write out of Trump's puckered pie hole or the next clown, Mike Johnson. Take your fucking pick. Yeah, they'll create a few, but mostly temp warehouse gigs with no benefits. Where if you try to pee, on the clock, they'll hand you a Gatorade bottle and a pink slip and send you to the door. Meanwhile, the real action is in corporate stock buybacks. Let's see. Companies take their tax cuts, right? They buy their own stock. Sounds like insider trading almost. They goose up the price and they hand the execs a fat bonus, saying, great job for stealing people. Your raise? Well, we're still waiting on that. Maybe next recession. Okay, now we're moving on to part 5. All right, who's paying for this big, beautiful orgy? Let's talk numbers. The bill dumps trillions on national debt. They say it'll pay for itself in growth. Bullshit. It's like telling me and my landlord, don't worry, next year I'll be a billionaire rapper. All right, spoiler, it never pays for itself. So guess who ends up with the hook? Well, when trust fund parasites finally stick it to us, the bill, well, it'll be Social Security, it'll be Medicare cuts, it'll be teacher layoffs, underfunded schools with mold in the ceilings, because billionaires need their 4th Hyperloop to Aspen, apparently. God. Now, this is part 6 of this wonderful thing. There's only about 3 more parts left, so stick with me. I appreciate it. And if you like what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button and hit a like button and make me feel good. And I want to continue to do this stuff. All right. Now, how they mock us. This stops being funny because they laugh in your face. They start holding these rallies to defend the forgotten man. Then they go back to D.C. and they pass this big, beautiful bill, right? Which basically is one giant middle finger to the forgotten man. Us, me, and you. They know most people don't read the legislation. They know your eyes glaze over the first time you start talking deficit projection and tax amortizations. That's why guys like me are here. I read this shit. That's how they get away with it. Meanwhile, they'll hold up a phone, give you a phone finger that says, chanting USA, 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 while they pocket every fucking thing you've got. They keep you, distract you with the right hand, and they take with the left, okay? Now, Act 7 here. The outlaw closes. That's me. So, let me translate this shit for you. We're taking your money. We're going to give it to billionaires. We're going to slash all the safety nets to help people out that really need it. We're going to ponder the planet, and then we're daring you to vote us out because we think you're too goddamn distracted and stupid to notice. Sounds about right, huh? Well, here is history always delivers. Let me tell you something from history. Since apparently none of these silver spoon pricks paid attention in civics class. When governments keep screwing people this brazenly, when they keep funneling money and gutting the bottom, then the masses eventually get tired of this ramen shit. Tired of medical GoFundMe pages. Tired of watching their kids choke on wildfire smoke. And then the pitchforks come out. Like a big old horror story. Ask Louis the 16th. Ask Mussolini. Ask this guy named Sicaso from Romania. All right. History's long wind blooper. One big old blooper reel of rich assholes who thought they could fucking get over on us, and they didn't. Because we turned on them. All right. So I'm going to give you a toast for the new year, the whole 9 yards. Here's my toast straight from the black heart of your friendly neighborhood outlaw to the big, beautiful bill. May it rot in the same garbage pile as history as every other gilded betrayal. May the billionaires who pushed it to spend their final days hiding behind their iron gates, checking the windows twice because the forgotten man they screwed is learning to read, learning to vote, and goddamn well learning to organize. We're starting to learn, baby. So yeah, it's big, it's beautiful. Like a 12-car pileup on the interstate. It's proof that if you don't stand up, these bloated bastards will stand on your neck for fucking ever. Outlaw Teacher out. Class dismissed. See you soon.